So it could be southern Texas and northern Texas or western Texas and whatever. Florida, the same thing. You have many camps in Florida, or more than one camp in Florida. So you might have northern Florida, all right? You got southern Florida. You got the middle part of Florida, you know, or a section of Florida, GMS Fort Lauderdale, Florida camp or whatever. So we can start to identify ourselves. And I told y'all not to give Godspeed to anybody that's outside the circle, all right? Now, there was a video that was put up. This guy, Adiala, the guy that used to make videos that he had all them colors, you couldn't make out his face. Well, he came out with a video, and Killer Priest is in the video. He's wearing a white jacket. His name when he was in our camp was Karamaya, all right? And basically, he was saying, Nathaniel 7, he was mocking me, but you can, when you watch the video, you can see that Karamaya didn't feel right doing that. You can see it in the spirit that he didn't feel right doing that, so he said, let me stop, you know? Now that crackpot that you see, Adiala, a.k.a. Fred Sanford, all right, he's going into the scriptures trying to push this thing about Mary and Joseph never had sex, and the scriptures that he's pulling out, he doesn't even understand these scriptures. Like I said, you got guys out there still teaching that Cornelius is an Edomite. If they were deep in the scriptures and the Most High was dealing with them, they wouldn't be teaching that nonsense. That's why you got to understand the whole word, all right? Another thing, we're in the process of brothers, a couple of brothers are writing a book on Israel. And, you know, you heads of the camps, the different camps, don't worry. When we get the book out, we're going to probably give you a copy or a couple of copies once we get a publisher and we get the books professionally done, you know. That's what we're striving for. And then the members, you know, the ones, you got people out there that's not really a part of a camp, but they support us. They send tights and stuff. Like you have the membership on the GMS site, the GMS Tube site. Those members that have supported us, they're going to get copies of the book for free. But everybody else you're going to have to buy the book, you know, because it's going to cost us to publish the book, all right? So we got to find out all the details of how much it's going to cost and, you know, what we make back from the efforts that we put out. Because this thing is growing. This is going to the next level. All right? You got anything to say? Okay. All right, go ahead.
Acts chapter 20, verse 28. Take heed, therefore, unto yourselves and to all the flock, over the which the Holy Spirit hath made you overseers, to feed the church of the Most High, which he hath purchased with his own blood. For I know this, that after my departing shall grievous wolves enter in among you, not sparing the flock. Also of your own selves shall men arise, speaking perverse things to draw away disciples after them. And like the Elder Tar was saying, this guy Adiala, that's what they call him. If you know the video, they call themselves neo-saints. Now, if anybody that's in the know that the term neo is a key word for the New World Order. So they must have approached that guy or them other guys or whatever the case may be for them to use that name. And they saying that Ariel's going off. They're saying that Mary and Joseph never had sex. You know, then they saying that if they say that that Ariel's going off, and like Elder Gabar pointed out, he said that they calling themselves Judah. They said, well, look, we're Judah. It's three of us, three Judah. Where the hell did you learn that from? You learned that from Ariel. Ariel, the Spirit of the Lord came upon that man to break down the 12 tribes. And you calling yourself Judah, but on the other hand, you're saying that the man is going off. You know, and that what's happening right now, as we've been telling you, is that you got certain guys that came into this thing, they fell off for a certain period of time. Now they're seeing the prophecies come to pass, and they're trying to get back into this thing, but they can't because the Most High is blocking them. So what they're doing is they're going around trying to distort the truth and trying to teach otherwise and trying to teach against the doctrine, whether they just got demons on them or whether they were paid off. And the Most High is gonna start opening up on these guys, and some of you guys are gonna get caught up in that.
Yeah, the only ones that have the full truth is GMS. And we're not saying it to brag or boast, but even when you check out these comments, there's some brothers that don't even know all these people's names that come up there. I don't know these people personally, you know. I probably know them, but I don't know the username, who the name goes with. But a couple of times, guys would say, well, GMS taught the Hebrew. They go into the scriptures. They really the ones that really flooded this. You know, before we got on, you had a couple of Israelite groups like Nathaniel 7 and the guy we call Bubble Eye Blackfish. They had a couple of little videos here and there where they showed a segment or 10 minutes of a certain video if they was out there in the street. But we were the ones that went out there and showed you everything, man. You know, now we're showing you the Hebrew. How did you brothers know to keep the Passover? How did you know when the Passover came in? How did you know about the ram's horn and reading of the Torah and the Torah blessings? You didn't figure that out on your own. You had men teach you, all right? So like I said, the Most High is, he's putting a hedge around the men of the Most High, and he's pushing out the guys that ain't doing nothing. The guys that been bullshitting, lollygagging, you know, constantly bucking up against, you know, order and the way the scriptures are broken down. Like I said last week, Batak, he basically said that the elders were going off. I got to break. I know how to break it down. So we said, well, if you feel that way, you're on your own. And now he's trying to get back in this thing, but now he sees a block there. The door's closed on him. He can't come back in. He can't come back in. The only thing he can do is go out on his own and set up his own camp under his name or whatever. You know, you got something?
This is Baruch chapter 4, verse 28. For as it was your mind to go astray from the Most High, so being returned, seek him 10 times more.
That's right. So you got to come fully into this thing. But anyway, another thing, we're going to have GMS Tube. We had switched it over to another space on the web, but we're having technical problems, so we're trying to find out from the people that host the page what's going on. So they're going back and forth. I don't know what's going on because there's the people that put the page together and there's people that host the page. So they're kind of going back and forth, and we're paying them. And basically, if they can't figure out the problem, we're not gonna deal with them, you know. And these technical things happen. I guess they're trying to fix it up. If they don't do it by a month, they can keep that damn site. But what we're gonna do anyway, whether we keep the GMS Tube site or not, we're gonna set up private YouTube accounts where you can have 25 members of 25 usernames come on there, and basically that's for the heads of all the camps, and we're going to give you a lot of things that the average Joe doesn't get. We're going to still push out videos, you know, we're going to still push out this knowledge, but there's certain things that the average person that just casually watches, they're not going to get, all right? You know, you'll get certain things, certain lessons dealing with, we're going to go deeper into a lot more things, dealing with the law, how to deal with the police and so forth, dealing more into the Hebrew, you know. So now if we have 50, it's going to be open to the members that support us, and it's going to be open to the heads of the camp. So it's up to you to have, you can say your second in command, you can give them the username, you know, this is the name that you go on this site. Your second in command, your third in command, your fourth in command, however your order is set up, all right? And now the other guys under you, that's up to you. But you shouldn't really, you should have the heads, you know, whether it be 3 heads or whether it be 5 heads or whether it be 10 heads. Then you got the rest of the guys that are coming up. They come up, that's why you